Hello my dear friends, in this video I am going to show you a phacoemulsification in small pupil without using pupil expandatory devices. This is a case of 70-year-old man, pseudo-exfoliation and moderately dilating pupil with grade 2 density cataract. Surgery is being done under topical anesthesia and using anterior chamber maintainer. So 3 ports should be made, 1 port for the anterior chamber maintainer and 2 for the assisting instrument 150 degree apart from each other. Always better to stay in anterior capsule with the tryptophan blue dye for the better visualization of the anterior capsule during the capsulorhexis. Many times when pupil is small, we should use pupil expanding devices, for example iris hook and pupil expanding rings. But when the cataract is not very hard, as it is in this case, sometimes we can manage without using pupil expanding devices. We injected intracameral preservative-free matrices, but pupil not dilated at all in this case. In this case, nucleus sclerosis in between grade 2 and 3, so I have decided not to use pupil expanding devices. Capsulorhexis is being done with 26 gauge band needle. Size of the capsulorhexis should be little larger than the pupil size for the easier emulsification of the nucleus. When you operate this type of difficult case, remain calm and focused, maintain visualization all the time. I am using anterior chamber maintainer, so no need of use viscoelastic during capsulorhexis and chances of CCC extension is very less. Adequate hydro procedure are must. Check for the nucleus rotation. Be careful during hydro procedure or do not over inject the fluid. Sometimes posterior capsule may give way. Now inject the cohesive viscoelastic substance to protect the endothelium, which is very important step of the surgery. As I am using anterior chamber maintainer which provide adequate intraocular pressure throughout the surgery, so I do not need to use repeated injection of the viscoelastic during the surgery. This is little bit difficult case, so I prefer my best technique, stop and chop. For that I make the groove with the continuous mode of the phaco, and once I find the adequate depth of the groove, I rotate the nucleus 180 degree and I complete the groove. For that I rotate the nucleus. Because of this is cortical cataract, so a little bit difficult to rotate, and again I start the sculpt and making the groove complete. Once you find the complete groove, you break the nucleus in 2 half. Here you see nucleus is divided in complete 2 half. And for the management of the 2 half divided in another 2 by using the pulse mode and emulsify it at the level of the iris to protect the endothelium. Use the ample amount of the cohesive viscoelastic and emulsify at the iris plane. Don't touch to endothelium. And again you hold the another piece and divide it into 2 pieces and emulsify at the iris plane. Try to avoid the catch the iris margin and take extra care while removing the last piece. For cortical material, I use single Simcoe attached with the 10 cc syringe because I am using anterior chamber maintainer, so I do not need any irrigation port. I use only aspiration port. In this case, small pupil with pseudo exfoliation, so take care not to extra pull over the zonules, otherwise zonules may be dehiscence and it create a problem. Because of the small pupil, we cannot see behind the iris, so you should check the residual cortex with the help of the Y-shape dialer. Any residual cortex should be removed, and by this way you complete removal of the cortical material. Now it's time to inject intraocular lens of your choice. Because we are using anterior chamber maintainer, so do not use viscoelastic before injecting the intraocular lens. We inject the lens, hydro implantation of the lens. Now I will give some tips to the beginners how to start the phacoemulsification in case of small pupil. Pupil dilation is the must for the safe phaco. Use pupil expander device initially. Learn good phaco foot control. Learn use to anterior chamber maintainer, because once you use anterior chamber maintainer, your safety margin will increase and shorter your surgical time, and no need of use of repeated injection of the viscoelastic substance. And train of the second hand, use the non-dominant hand as the dominant hand, so your surgery become easy. Thank you very much.